Greetings whisky lovers and welcome to the Whisky Straight Lounge. My name's Al and thank you for joining me as I continue my spiritual odyssey with review number 3, which will be the Four Roses small batch, which is bottled here. And as you can see, it is perched on this lovely little coaster my darling wife bought for me. It says, "Men don't grow up, they just get bigger." She obviously knows me very well. But anyway, let's get on with the review. Four Roses, it's Kentucky Straight Bourbon. It's actually one of the reasons why I really get into bourbon, because there's it and Wild Turkey, and they're two of the big well-known brands, and they're a bit easier for us to get over here in Northern Ireland, so I decided to sample them way back in the day, and that's really what not only got me into bourbon but into whiskey in general. So it's always interesting to go back to your first loves whenever you're doing a review and have another wee look at them and just see what it's all about. Now, the Four Roses small batch here is the mid offering of the standard range from Four Roses. It starts off with the yellow label, which is bottled at 40% ABV. This particular offering here is at 45% ABV, and then we go up to the single barrel, which is at 50% ABV. Now, those are the standard range, very nice right across the range, and then Four Roses go into a lot of different limited edition bottlings as well, and they're quite interesting because unfortunately I've never had one, but they're quite interesting in the fact that Four Roses are famed for their 10 recipes, and they're symbolised by different letterings on the bottles, and well, it's a bit much to go into here, and quite frankly I am not properly up to speed with all of it. But suffice to say that it all boils down to there's 2 different mash bills and 5 different yeast strains, and within that they're able to produce some fine and fantastic whiskies, and I've only ever heard really good reports about them. Now, if you really want to find out a bit more about those mash bills, the 5 different strains, the 10 recipes, I've included a link in the written review of this on my blog at whiskyhome. You think I would know what it was called by now. whiskystraight.home.blog. There's a link on there to the Bourboner blog, which has a very insightful look into Four Roses and all those things, so I recommend, if you're interested in that, to take a look. But anyway, let's concentrate on what we're here to talk about, and that's this particular bottling here, the Four Roses small batch. Now it's handcrafted, it's selected from 4 different bourbons, and unfortunately we don't know what those bourbons are. It's one thing that I don't particularly like about much of the whiskey industry. There's not a lot of transparency, and they can be quite secretive about these things. There are some distilleries and some companies here trying to change that, and I fully support them in that. But however, that's a discussion for another day. What we want to talk about here is, do those 4 bourbons that come together to make the small batch, do they stand up to scrutiny, and do they deserve a place in your Glencairn and ultimately a spot on your whiskey shelf? So let's get into it and have a little look. So first off, with the nosing. You know, just running your nose around the top there of the glass, it's quite fruity and floral up front. It's very light and mellow. Now, as we get a bit more into it there, that mellowness, the fruit, still very apparent, but there's also a bit of sweet candy comes into play there, and a hint of cherry as well, and right on the back of that there's a bit of like vanilla essence as well, and it's quite nice because it blends together well. And the vanilla essence kind of reminds me of back in the day when my mum was baking quite a lot and I was just a wee nipper and getting the odd scalp for stealing things. But yeah, so it brings back nice memories as well. Now there's a bit more coming in there. It's okay. It's light, but it's rich as well. And if you combine all that together with the fruits, the floral notes, the hint of vanilla, and the sweet candy and oakiness, it actually comes together as quite a well-rounded, balanced, pleasant nose. So let's see what it tastes like. Oh, that's very nice. On the first sip, it's warming. It's warming spice, dried fruits, warming spice, dried fruits are coming through, and right there, as it starts to settle after the initial wee spicy burst, there's that hint of vanilla again. Yep, that's very nice indeed. Dried fruits are coming through nicely now. It coats the mouth, it lingers, and there's a nice hint of orange coming through there now, and it all adds together with the dry fruit flavours and the spice. It coats the mouth nicely. The flavours linger, and then as they linger, it becomes a bit darker on the tail end, right on the back of the palate. It becomes darker. You get a bit of caramel in there. It's very nice. Yeah, that all comes together really nice. The nose complements the palate very well, and on the palate those warming spice notes come out right throughout all the dried fruit flavours, the orange and the caramel. Overall, this is a really, really good bourbon. It's a great wee mix of warm and spice, dried fruits, and with all that's going on, it still retains that nice, light, mellow character, and it really is a nice bourbon. On a personal note, I've got a bottle of single barrel as well, and I will be reviewing it in due course. I do prefer the single barrel because I like the more robust, bigger, bolder flavours than some of the higher proof bourbons. But that's not to say I don't like this. This is a really good bourbon. It stands well on its own. I always try to have a bottle of it on the shelf, and I think you should do. If you have tried it already, please comment below and let me know what your thoughts are on it. If you haven't tried it yet, I recommend that you do give it a go. And so there we go. All in all, a fine bourbon, and definitely one that I enjoy and I will keep on enjoying. So thanks for watching, folks. Please subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Don't forget to hit the bell notification there so you can stay up to date with future videos, and don't forget to pop over to my blog where you will see the written review of this plus a few other things that I don't cover on this channel, and it's at www.whiskeystraight whiskystraight.home.blog. You don't even need the www dot bit. You should just use the whiskystraight.home.blog. That'll get you there. And then you can follow me on social media, where I'm quite active, post a lot of photographs and whatnot there as well. So thanks again for watching. Look after yourselves, and until the next time, stay safe, keep dramming, and most of all, enjoy your whisky. Sláinte.